嗯。OK，那所以下个是10点半是吧？今天不用睡了。
See how difficult it is to get past this Scion. This is one of the many reasons why Scion is back in meta. As soon as Scion gets on onto the board, like, how do you get past it? You need that backline access. But you don't have something like a Leon. You don't have something like an Ornn to reach those backline characters, and Scion just doesn't care anymore.
You've got yourself a 2.5 item frontline bridge again, just unbeatable. And Scion has been shown throughout the course of today as well. Actually, maybe today's not the best representation, but...
I gotta say, one of the 2 losses the champions had out of like 12 games played.
True. But hey, it was Shanji, again, it was very relevant as that Elder was picked up as we came back, you know, out of the replay. Now Baron's going to be there too, and RA will have the tools to just push this map in and try and end the game.
OMG, staring down a 3rd series defeat, would be sliding to 2 and 3 with a loss like this. Had to say, start of the split, not sure if I would have ranked Rare above OMG, at least in terms of that preseason. But seriously, RA, one of these teams which has been finding a lot of success, probably beyond what some people would have thought. OMG now have one last gasp to try and find something, but it's narrow onto a Scion. That's going to do functions nothing.
Neither did True Shot Barrage. I think Cube healed from that. Oh, this is ridiculous.
He just does not give a monkeys. He's going in.
They still have the Elder 20 seconds of it as well. Look at that knockup. Maki's going to die. They're just looking for the end right here. I mean, RA again just don't care as OMG have been thwarted at every corner in this game. This series a little bit of a long one, but at the end of the day, RA will move up to 4 wins. How do you like them apples with the triple kill over to the jungler? Is he going to get a quadra? Are we going to get a penta on the monkey man? Oh, Zoom sealing it away. That is a bold move, but hey, bold is where RA come into the equation with the 2-1 over OMG.
That game 2, once again, gave us an awful lot of questions about this roster, which has actually shown an awful lot of good stuff. It's a 2-1, but the wins for Rare Adam were pretty good, all said and done. Game 1 took a bit of a comeback, some stellar team fighting. Game 3 felt like a much more cohesive performance, better in the early game, once again solid in the team fights here, and the real star of today, outside of the players which we normally talk about, in Cube and Leon from the jungle, top lane, it really was Strive. Strive is starting to solidify himself as one of our mid laners to watch, I feel like, outside of, you know, our huge amount of gods of the mid lane that we have hanging around the LPL. Does feel like Strive is starting to have an awful lot of performances to put to his name.
Strive is, you know, quickly becoming a solid force for RA. Like, this series, I don't think we talked much about Cube. I don't think we talked much about Loyen, you know, within the realms of hard carry to the game. Again, the wins in RA, it was MVP in game number 1 for Strive. I think game 3, it's obvious that Strive's going to be getting it again. And even Southwind had a better performance, when Southwind, I think, has definitely been the weakest part of this new team.
Yeah, Southwind's had some, very much had some weak games, but on the Heimerdinger achieved lane dominance. Actually, even though they lost the first wave control, did a really good job of using those turrets to block out those line skill shots. You can't fire an Ezreal Q through a turret, turns out. And then just turning on objectives. Every time it was in an objective, things went very, very RNG. Part of that's the champion communicating as a team to get Southwind into the right position at the right time. And you walk away from this series, again, just appreciating how Rare Atom, on a good day and on a good game, can really be a solid team. They play things fairly by the book. They like to play around their objectives. They love to play around their mid-game to late-game kind of team-fighting compositions, particularly with their mid-jungle and top-side, having interactive champions. And if they stick to that, you know, this is a playoffs caliber team. This is a team which we can see very much building throughout this split and maybe taking some big scalps.
But the difference is, teams like this, you would see them get to round 1 and then get knocked out straight away. Because RA, they have that caliber, but the problem is consistency. I think that's what they're lacking, where even teams like Weibo Gaming, sure, they can be explosive and a bit all over the place, but individual play comes into it from every single role, where in this game, you know, we're talking a lot about Strive. We're talking maybe a little bit more about Southwind on the Heimerdinger, but still, it's inconsistent in that regard. So props to RA, but overall, for an LPL team in playoffs, I can see the difference currently between them and, like, maybe an IG team. Right, like IG currently a bit more consistent.
That's their homework, really, because I think there are some steps here which are good. You have shown that Leon doesn't need Vi to win. Of course, if he gets Vi, he's probably. We've also shown that actually Strive has a number of carry champions from the mid lane where he has actually started to as well. I think those two things are very important, because if you're going into if you're assuming they're going to reach best of fives, which, you know, they're definitely looking towards it at that point, particularly with those 4 wins in tow, you're looking to see actually, if I was a coach going into a team against them, what would I ban away? Who would I look to upset? And those two players who have been so core to them are showing a bit more depth than we'd seen in their first few series.
Stripe got MVP, by the way. No big surprise to bring that up for you. I believe also we do have an interview with Stripe as well. So Christina standing by.
你以前这样对着观众的吗？
I'm Christina. We're joined by Strive, the main laner for Rare Atom. Congratulations on your victory. I think you did a great job in game number 1 and game number 3. What do you think of your performance on today's matchup against OMG? 欢迎 Strive 来到我们赛场上，恭喜2人获得了今天比赛的胜利。我觉得今天你第1局和第3局的发挥都非常出色嘛。第1局都是拿到了 MVP， 感觉自己今天在赛场上的表现怎么样呢？
今天算是真正的正常发挥了，玩得很好。
I think I performed normally, and actually I did a really great job. I also want to touch on the game number 1. I'm curious about your team's communication when you saw OMG secured 2 Barons, and how did you guys find an opportunity in mid lane to close your opponent? 那么说回今天的第1局，可以算是一个小翻盘吗？当你们看到对面 OMG 在拿了2次大龙之后，对你们的心态沟通是怎么样的？以及是如何在最后一波中路的时候一波掉了他们呢？
当时我们其实今天第1场，虽然他们拿了2次大龙，但是我们一点都不慌。然后我觉得我们一直都能赢，然后我也觉得我会找机会，然后最后我们一起就赢了，觉得很好。
Actually, although our opponent have secured a Baron for 2 times, but we do think we still have a chance if we can find some good opportunities in team fights, and also we did it in mid lane. And the next question, I really want to touch on the game number 3. I think you guys performed more proactively and aggressively in early game. Is that because you lost game number 2, and in game number 2, OMG secured all of Drakes and they destroyed so many turrets. How do you guys reveal after game number 2? 那么今天第3局的时候，可以很明显的看出 RA 的中野在前期表现得更加的积极主动，有侵略性，并且你们在小龙控制上面也是好像比第2局做得更好。是因为第2局这边一条龙都没有拿到吗？或者说是第2局的解释力之后，你们在哪些方面做了什么样的复盘呢？
因为第2局有许多失误的，然后第3局我们的调整就是，我觉得我们中野得一直打架，然后我就觉得。 中路就会是阿卡尼跟塞拉斯的对挡，我觉得能接受这个对局，而且我会赢得这个对局，所以我们就前面就很快的节奏，然后就滚雪球。
Actually, I think that we made so many mistakes in game number 2, and I have predicted that it will be Sylas against Akali in game number 3. And I think that as long as our mid jungle keep play aggressively and do more things in early game, we can win this matchup. And I'm confident that I can win Sylas in game number 3. Final question for you: you have got four victories for you. I think it's really a good start for you. Maybe did everything go as your expectations? And what's your next goal in next stage in regular season？ 那么最后一个问题，现在 R 这里是取得了4个大场的胜利嘛？其实从积分表上来看，还是在慢慢的越打越好的。你觉得队伍的一切训练赛啊、赛场上的表现啊，这些方面都是在按照你们预期的发展吗？
我感觉会越来越好，因为刚开始的时候我表现的比较差，然后有些时候表现的比较差，但是慢慢我就表现的越来越好了，然后我觉得我们会走到很远，今年。
Personally, I think that I performed better and better compared with the beginning of the spring season. And overall, I do think that we team really performed much better. I hope that we can make a really high result and go far further in spring season. Thank you so much for joining me. 谢谢 Strive 选手来到我们的赛后采访。Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Christina, thank you, Strive. It's interesting to get insight there where Strive feels quite confident. I'd say humble, but definitely confident in their performance where it looks like things are looking up, you know, realizing that they are in a position, as you were saying, to kind of approach playoffs.
Yeah, and I think this is a team which we started out the day saying they've kind of figured out their identity. That's a great place to start because if you know your identity, you know how you can prove on it. You know the good things about it, you know the bad things about it. And what we have seen is that when they have managed to get games which they're very comfortable in, they're just very aware of what they need to win a game. And the evolution of what we're seeing now is that they know how to do that from multiple roles. It's not just Cube winning 1v1s. It's not just Leon getting great initiations. Strive can have his hero plays too. And Rare Atom, like, they're not the complete product, but they're definitely part of one.
And definitely are. Again, it's been just such a great addition in total for for RA as a squad. Strive first and then even Assume coming through from LGD. There's been a good change for this team, and now we can kind of look at bated breath and see how they go. We can look at their schedule a little bit too. BLG is coming up next. Like, that's a big one for them. WE, EDG. It's all kind of winnable. So
yeah, because I think the only 2 losses were against Top and LNG, teams which we hold in very high regard. So we are kind of waiting to see where the benchmark drops and where it stops, really, because there are other teams at the top of the table you're looking at and say, on a good day, if they do solve some of that inconsistency, maybe we could see some shock upsets. Maybe we can see a rise in form of this team.
All right, well, Nymera, I think that's a perfect place to end it, isn't it? I know shortly we'll be bringing up today's matchup. That's all I care about. Look at it today and just passing it on. If you're tuning in just now...
You've done a good job, Hysterics. I can tell the energy is flowing out of your body. We can get this up just a short while ago.
I'm not sure. Good job is how I would put it, but, we would definitely call it a day done. When ready, we bring that up so that we can go and talk about tomorrow, because that's what I'm interested in. Okay, first series, don't watch it. Not kidding. Just leave it behind. I don't care. People look out of context that there's 2 pentas.
Thousands of people watching the double pentakills from game 1 and saying, "Oh my god, it's an awesome game." No, don't be fooled. It was crazy. It was terrifying.
It was rubbish.
I'm sure we will look at it several weeks in the future and go, "Oh, that was kind of fun." I don't know, man. That was a heck of a series in strange and horrifying ways.
I mean, people can take it out of context and be like, oh,
第2个键盘。 一路呢，这也够老的。炼金，这制作。嗯，好的，先穿上去。好完整哦。什么？90%公会技能。哇，肉死！哦，没事了。确定是4门，是应该是够了。开完97吧，180，很漂亮的50。看这内钱跟我一模一样哎。3家是小的，双生模是大的。OK。三小，哦，怎么怪怪的？没有加速器或耀光吗？哦，土豪 ，OK。天上最后一个，应该是不会死了，只是比较一下。17085，应该不会到87了。那就这样吧。干得好大声！那还好吧，这样太小声吗？ 厉害的吧？这个。好好，没有输吗？没有绿水，那是不能不放速了。被 buff 哦，对了，感谢你4包伤，有开到吗？差点浪费人家苹果。 监听效果好像不太行，什么声音都变得好清楚，不习惯。这种回音呢？到底？哎，哦，这样有假秒数哦。哪边在回音啊？干你娘！这个吗？感觉慢5秒钟吧。2码，7插1张，8插1张。3老虎没问题。我是哪来的回音啊？我靠，差点没秒掉，火灵烧了一下。 诶，我操，没炸到啊！太苦了吧！靠！那女皇打比较快。下一个再吃马。 1球换了。下一个。等一下，武功会变很虚的。没抓到。 蛮好，其实。你看没发动了，怎么没发动？我没点掉吗？偏难打这样。居然没发动，真小啊！哎呀西！2波的时间，刚才没打好，应该不会过。那到底为什么会回音呢？人气没开啊，怪了。1、2、3。我有看到，然后呢？ 怎么那么高的属性？啥情况？怪了。到底为什么会回音？还没进，还没进。OK， 键盘3。结果是 OBS 自己的声音，好怪啊！键盘3。3层。干。靠背啊！哦西，算了。感觉刚刚那把武功打好一点，有机会凑出2波。30秒的时间。老虎太贵了，现在没必要。 跟踪老虎这么凶的吗？它是双加哈，感觉2张就够了。这塔基好像不太够，印象。哇，3塔基！别用 HN 了，直接扁就行了。乖乖。2个了， 直接打好了，声音真的弄不出来，怪啊！被滤到什么地方去了？嗯。第二个。音效卡坏掉了，在这边，可这高过80的，重开好了。